is strong. Physically, you appear to be in good condition, traveler. Hence my concern. Physical illnesses come with detectable symptoms that can be used to diagnose, medicate, and cure the condition. But curses, dark magic, it's hard to... Why don't you rest here for a bit? Whatever it is we're dealing with, clues to your condition are sure to reveal... In the meantime, Chongsheng...
Must be a weird... Well, all we can do is just get some rest. Traveler! Rise and shine! For once, you're making Paimon look like a cut! What? Nope, nothing there. Okay, don't panic. What? So, in the... Oh. Okay, well, but then again, you woke up right where you... Then it's decided. Or,
Something is missing?
Did you just say something?
The flesh remains whole, but the soul is incomplete. Left unresolved, the mind will wither away along with it.
What the... Wait! Paimon remembers you! Your child's master! Right! The last time we saw you was at the Primordial Sea in Fontaine, right? But then you left and their child's been looking everywhere for you, by the way. What brings you to...
Tell me, what is it that you saw? Tight-lipped, huh? I suppose that's fair. You, I'll take a glass of wine.
We make this one in-house.
It's Chef Mao. I'll take a grilled tiger fit.
Coming right up.
At the end of the day, what happens to you is of little consequence to me. I'm not here to... If you want my help, now's the time to speak up. You have until I finish my drink. I was investigating an abyssal disturbance in the area and happened to notice you. Part of your soul is damaged, and the wound bears traces of abyssal corrosion. Need I say more?
Neither of those things sound... Should we trust her? She mentioned an abyssal disturbance. Yeah, and that thing she's... Skirk's an interesting one, that's for sure. But from what Child's told us...
1, 2, 7, 10. That'll do. Well...
So, that's all we know, Miss Skirk.
So, you can disperse the fog. I understand. Come find me in the Gweiler Plains when you're done here. Oh, and I left cash for the drink on the table. Settle the bill for me, will you?
Oh, okay. Huh? She disappeared!
Wait, hold on. You...
Oh, no, this includes... We didn't! It was that lady!
You sure?
What?
What'd you put in that dish, Chef Mao? Some kind of hallucin...
Seeing things? Wait, so neither of you noticed her?
Now you mention it. Coming!
Okay, what was going on there? It's like they didn't even... Paimon was half convinced. This whole situation... Whoa. Huh. Looks like they're collecting something. Let's go... Look out below! Hero incoming! Yeah! So, this is what they were collecting. Yeah. What?
From the moment they are born, all beings with great power have an impact on this world. Even if their body is sundered and their soul extinguished, their influence remains. Gods are the most common example of that. The remnants of gods who fell thousands of years together. These remnants form what you call God remains. And it appears that some of those...
Nothing! Just wanted to make sure you were... real? She's definitely not a ghost traveler. Paimon poked her, and she's solid.
Your life hangs in the balance, and that's what you're fixated on? It was just a trick to avoid being perceived. If someone notices me, those memories are erased. Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. The weak and the lowly have no right to remember me. They're lucky they only have a few missing memories to show for it. Now, can...
Okay. Right. The God remains. In our experience, God...
Maybe it's a good thing by human standards, but the remains aren't just gone. Very clever, traveler. You aren't the only one who had something taken from you. There are victims like you everywhere. Something similar happened in Sumeru. Within the span of one night, Of course, God remains are just one of the targets. The culprit is chipping away at sources of power all...
Wait, you mean... the star...
42 of them have died out in the past few months alone. In Conria, people believed that powerful individuals have corresponding Stella Fortuna. Even should that individual fall, their Stella Fortuna would not disappear, but gradually evolve into a new constellation. Yet now, stars are disappearing from the skies entirely, and it's not hard to deduce what's happening to the power they contain. Something has been leeching power from this world, like a parasite steals nutrients from a host. And now, it's no longer satisfied with the This time, it only took a fragment of your soul. No one knows. Considering how much power this entity has stolen, it must be a god-level being. We're going to help each other. You are my ticket to uncovering.
Well, great! You seem super strong and,
Don't get all mushy on me. All I'm doing is helping you get back to normal after a sudden crisis. And I should warn you, getting mixed up with me can have unforeseen consequences. We're on very different journeys. You help me uncover the truth behind this entity, and I'll help you recover what you lost. This is a transaction, that's all. You would do well to remember that. Now, come along.
Yeesh! You'd think she'd be a little friendlier since... Well, whatever. If that's how it's gonna be... Paimon's... Yeah, anyway, the important thing is... Whoa!
This is where I live. I suppose it's the closest thing I have to a home here. It is. I brought you here because time flows differently in this. I don't know how much Ajax has told you, but when he fell into this space, I mentored him for 3 months. In that time, only 3 days passed in the outside world.
Ajax? So, a month here is equivalent.
Yes, well, I didn't bring you here just to show you around. In the outside world, the Traveler could be attacked at any moment. But coming here has now. We just need to figure out how to investigate that place you saw. The one full of fog. Both your description and the abyssal disturbance I felt point to that space having some connection to the abyss. The thief who stole that fragment of your soul is hiding there. Abyssal power can grant a special form of sight. Have you ever wielded abyssal power before? Okay. Do you plan to learn? That tracks. All the information you have suggests the abyss is something sinister.
And you're saying that's...
Depends on your perspective. Floods and hurricanes take countless lives too. But if one day you gain the power to control them, what was once a calamity is now just another tool in your arsenal. I'll respect your opinion, though. Just means we have to turn to the second best option. A little abyss crystal that contains my power. Wear it on your head, and we'll be able to perform dream mirroring when we fall asleep.
Dream mirror?
It means experiencing whatever the other person is dreaming. Everything they see. Since you haven't studied the art of using abyssal power, and have no plans to jump in the deep end right now, I'll have to do the investigating for you. With dream mirroring, every time you slip into a deep sleep.
Huh. You make it sound so...
Tough to say. This is an unprecedented situation for both of us. Even assuming we do manage to find where this entity is hiding. Like I said, to play it safe.
Wait, you're gonna... Does that mean... the next time we see Child, we have to treat him like our senior?
Do as you want. For my part, I don't see you as my disciples. You're already a pretty good fighter. All I'm planning to do is build on your current skills, and train you for the specific scenarios that I think we might face. But that's enough talk. If you're ready to do this, then come with me. Time might be more lenient here, but that's no excuse to waste it.
Oh, she moves fast. So, special train? Last time something like this happened was probably anti-Raiden Shogun training, right? Oh, Skirk seems pretty strong too, though. You remember how she said that the all-devouring narwhal was just her
Ready? Your training will be split into 3 stages. Testing your blade work. We'll start with blade work. You're no rookie in this area, so I won't bore you with. During your long journey, you've no doubt sparred with a lot of talent.
You bet! There's Kaya, Master Jean, Kuch. You sparred with a bunch of them too, right?
Don't get too smug. In sword fighting, techniques alone are not enough. You need to use the human body as an analogy. Your style is your skeleton, the foundation, the framework. Techniques are the muscles and other flesh attached to the bones. This is where your strength comes from. Improving your sword fighting is like growing that body. If your frame got bigger and taller, but you didn't add any muscle mass, you need to do some introspection. Take a good, hard look at your past experiences and figure out which parts of what you've learned are just techniques, and which parts can be used to form your own system of blade. Only then will you get the full utility out of all your thoughts and observations along the way. Only then will
Wait, is Paimon thought you were gonna teach him some cool new moves? Like when you went swoosh and opened a tunnel to another...
One day, you'll reach a new level of power where you realize that even that's as basic a trick as any other. But right now, there are no shortcuts in the pursuit of power. Failure is your best teacher, and rigor is your coursework. That's all I have to say. Time to make a start. Train until you're satisfied with yourself. Now focus. Destroy the crystal columns as swiftly as you can.
This is making Paimon's head spin. Hang in there, Traveler!
Stay calm. Use your head. You have to keep it together.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Cut to the chase.
Consider a moment of true mastery that you've witnessed in another person, and ask yourself, what lies beneath the surface? Now take that and practice it right away with speed, skill, and strength, over and over, until your hand...
Step on up. Dance with the waves.
If you start to tire, empty your mind, but do not stop. Stay in that frame of mind as you keep up the fight. Get rid of all redundant movements. Imagine your sword is an extension of your own body.
'Twas on a deserted, moonlit night.
that the hero approached the vile dragon's limpid lair. Ring cutter! Feathers fleeting wet, the white heron treads water, a sight without flaw. Master of Inazuma Kamisato art Tachijutsu.
Looks like you've...
Awesome! Paimon knew you could do it!
How do you feel? As you should be. Time flies when you're training hard.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Paimon's had a whole bunch of nap.
Go get some sleep. I'll be doing the same very soon. Sometimes, you have to practice a single move.
Skirk, why are you skipping classes again? We've talked to-
Cause he's a crabby old man, and he's a boring old man.
Excuse me!
All right, let's not get into a big fight about this. Skirk's, but I'd still love to hear.
I went diving, and I saw this huge fish. I never knew they... Oh, and today, I'm gonna go to that prick.
Then I suppose your old dad should give.
When it's time to eat, I'll...
Wait! Put on a coat at least, you'll catch a- You spoil that child, you know. Ever since that merchant ship-
Let the kid do what makes her happy.
The stars shimmer hot mountains as far as the eye. Can't be the only one asking these questions. I'm sick, but...
Don't let a single one of them get away!
No! Please, spare the children! Stay back!
They're coming!
Run! Help!
Eliminate the threat.
Take them down!
Don't be scared. Ah!
This way!
We'll never make
there.
I told you we shouldn't have trusted these outsiders!
Why are you doing this? We welcomed you with our finest food and drink.
Run! Save yourselves!
Captain, Zone 3 is clear and we have Zone 2.
Begin extermination. Remember the order.
Rest assured, sir. We are
Good. The only ones who put up a real fight.
We shot the man in the ankles and the wife broke her wrist attempting to fight back to prevent them from making some kind of last stand.
Well, well. Turns out some of these beasts do. Let them cling to.
Dad? Mom?
Skirk, you're...
I'm so happy to see you, sweet girl.
What happened? You're bleeding.
This is the place.
Run, Skirk! Run! Your dad and I, we're not my clever girl.
Whenever you remember. Break down the door! Look what we. You! Stop singing! Shut it!
You're awake? I found a few clues while you were asleep, but it's only this time the focus is elemental energy. Come find me.
Man, staying up no day and no night. It's like, well, except for the fact that...
The way I see it, the pursuit of the first is mastering the use of standard weapons. Next is learning how to harness natural energy. And after that, you're free to challenge even higher dimensions. The natural energy of Tivat is, of course, elemental energy. But that's not abyssal power, yes. Also known as the power of the Void Realm. My master, Sertologi, is a true expert in that area. After all, he was one of the group of 5 that infamously stole the all. The elemental energy of Tivat, on the other hand, is derived from the power of the Light Realm. These two forms of energy exist in direct opposition to each other. Suffice to say, there's not much. A keen observation, traveler. Call it respecting local norms. The Abyss stands in direct conflict with the will of this world. So, to make my life easier, I disguise my power to make it. It's a technique I learned from some Conrian ruins, known as the 7 Shifting Serpent. If you ever change your mind about delving into it, so I've heard, you seem to have a knack for removing abyssal power. But is purification really what's going on there? Just thinking out loud. Let's focus on your true growth comes from adversity, but only if you make the choice to pick yourself up again every time you fall. So, it's time to push your... Use the power of Animo to clear the field as fast as you can!
Windblade! With the wind! Windblade!
Observe your surroundings. Look for things you can use to tilt the scales of success in your favor. Use the power of Hydro to destroy the spikes. Faster. Don't give them a chance to strike you. You need to be quicker than you were in your dream. You can't afford another injury like that.
Water jet! Go! Water jet! Water jet! Water jet! Go! Water jet!
You need to understand what makes you special. The ability to wield elemental energy without a vision and switch between the elements at will. It means your aspirations need no approval from the gods. Your power is not bound by the rules of this world, so be bold. Do not be afraid to charge. Very good. It seems you've reached a deeper level of connection with the elements, long enough for you to lose yourself in your training. Get some rest. If you wish to master the elements at a fundamental level,
What is the secret to power? Longing. The fear of losing. Fear is the source of evolution. That fear is now part of you. Any minute spent missing home is a minute with.
But, Master,
So it has not broken yet. Then pick up your sword and keep practice. After all, Good, Skirk. Once again,
Cold.
these are signs that you are each time the flesh is torn and the spirit crushed. I now understand why these people sought to destroy your homeland. But you still have much to learn in your pursuit of strength. You must learn to shut out all the pointless— Get up, Skirk. Wipe the blood off your face.
Hopefully you got some good rest. Skirk said to tell you that you've so, what ahead?
From your training so far, you have gained— That's only part of it. Experience. Now, it's time to focus on how you react under pressure. Ready? Not bad. That defensive stance looks near just like your sister. Oh, that reminds me. You still don't know what happened to her, do you?
Hey, no fair!
You think every opponent has the same moral code as you? You can denounce their deplorable methods all you want, but strong emotions will always arise in combat. Anxiety. How amusing. Almost sounds like you think you know me. But you don't. Let's begin. Try to use reason over emotion. This is your final training session. Look alive. Same drill as before, but this time I'm going to interfere. Hold your focus.
Water jet! Water jet! Go! 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 Water jet! Water jet! Water jet!
Not bad. Better than I expected. You're getting the hang of it. The first step to controlling your emotions is controlling your mind.
Your mind is rife with distractions. From now on, you must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush the self that makes you...
Stop. Let's pause here. One look, and I can tell you that's to be expected. There's a limit to how long a human being can Get some rest. No point training further if you're already dead on your feet. You managed to push past your limits, which is a good start. Warriors will train day and night to perfect their skills. One mistake, one moment of
Skirk is amazing. She faced up.
Yeah, well, that's a gift. I heard Master suffered a grave injury.
Incredible.
Pathetic. You're not even trying. You're so much weaker than you think.
Skirk, have you become a positive light? Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire?
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You don't.
I have so many questions. I just want to jump in a spaceship, explore the whole...
Now, you must bid farewell to who you were in the past, and
Run! Skirk!
Going around telling people you're from somewhere beyond the stars won't do, now will it? How about saying you hail from beneath the earth instead? As the Conrian saying goes, venturing out into the universe and down into the abyss are the same in the...
Well, I'm a visitor on this planet, so I'll follow the rules.
Ah, splendid. That saves me quite a bit of trouble. Let me offer you a piece of advice in return, although it might not be what you want to hear. I know the pursuit of strength is important to you, but taking a moment for yourself every once in a while is never a bad idea. Ignore her existence for too long, and there will come a day when you can no longer hear her voice.
starving, right? Ta-da! A Barbie? Of course you are! That's why... Ah, well, if you're around someone long enough, it...
Here's an idea. Look.
Okay. It's Paimon.
I have good news. First, your training is complete. You have what it takes to wield immense power. Second, I've located the culprit we've been searching for. Next, when Ajax trained with me, he once told me he was bursting with questions. You and I may never meet again, Traveler. So if there's anything you want... Okay, not the angle I was expecting. I knew that was a possible side effect. Even with the dream mirroring, you should have seen nothing but endless dark. Whatever. Must have been a flaw in my execution. I shouldn't be too surprised. Since you've seen what you've seen, there's no reason to hide the truth. All I ask is that you keep it a secret. No, I'm not from Teyvat. I'm from a different planet. And there was a time when I journeyed through the stars. A lot like you in some ways. No, we're different in that respect. You're influencing the fate of this world. But me, I'm just passing through. Several hundred years ago, my master, Sertologi, opened the border between worlds and sent me here. But this is not my home. And one day, I'll return to the vast unknown of space. So, there you have it. On to your second question. To become stronger, for certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. But to do that, I need to follow in his footsteps. Walk the path he once walked.
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the end...
Before you ever crossed paths with me. So, during your training, all I had to do was build upon that foundation. But Ajax was so young when he came to me. Children can't help but imitate their role models. Once Ajax has enough strength in his own right, I will allow us to meet again. Until then... Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. Wake up your companion. It's time to go. Oh, and everything I just told you. Best keep...
Time to go. Oh, finally. Where are we at?
Just...
Running late again. Wait.
Yes. If we enter from here, we'll be able to reach that place. You have some experience with abyssal
Don't worry. Paimon's an expert at hiding. Oh, but
All right. Remember.
Bombs away!
Whoa! Look at all these spikes! Careful! Don't get hit! You know what? Paimon's just gonna float behind you. Come on, you got this!
Merciless. Into the void. Hey, what are you two doing here? Like an abandoned house. Let's press on.
Looks like this is a dead end. Did we make it to his hiding place? Ugh, this fog is making it impossible to see any—
This should be the place where you were attacked, Traveler. The missing part of your soul. Our opponent must have covered it.
Hold on! Look! The spike—
Stay calm. Let's hold back a little. Give our enemy took part of your soul for a reason. From the start, the attacks have been focused on me. Trying to break through my defenses? I see. There. I got it back.
Traveler! Skirk! What happened? It looked like Skirk just got—
In the Guili Plains, you asked me why this enemy chose you as his target. Now, the answer is clear. It's not just the fact that your strength, whatever that actually means. The fact is, that ability allowed him to, namely, break through my defenses and steal my power. No, he couldn't have known I'd come to his domain. He only call it fate if you want. I believe that, in any case, It works to our advantage. Once I realized what he was using that power for, I'll cope. Well, done gorging? Good. Time to answer some questions. How did you get the power of the all-devouring narwhal?
The all-devouring... Oh, of course! Paimon...
I highly doubt you acquired that power through you're desperate enough to scour the land for god remains and whatever vestige, which leaves one possibility. You know my master, the Foul, Sortologi.
The Foul? Who dares call him Foul?
What's wrong? Bit off more power?
Just...
Look! It's back!
Those obsessed with power will let it devour them before abandoning them. Keep calm and use reason to decide the best course of action. Wise decision. Final victory doesn't always come after us. You've got your soul fragment back? So we both go. Get us out of here, Traveler. You'll need to lead the way this time.
Skirk, is your shoulder gonna be okay?
The wound is minor. It'll heal in no time. You should focus on getting out of here alive instead.
Uh-oh! Falling spikes! Run! Watch out! Looks like this place is about to collapse! So, this guy's power has something to do with the all-devouring narwhal. Did you know that all along, Skirk?
I had my suspicions. That's why I decided to investigate in the first.
Phew. Oh, we should be safe here, right?
I no longer sense his presence. Can't have followed us out of that abyssal domain. Weaklings like him will find that my power is not so easily controlled. He won't be leaving that place until he's managed to digest it. You seem surprised. I suppose that's fair. You've seen but a fraction of what that whale is capable of. That gape is called the all-devouring narwhal for a reason. Devouring is what it does best.
Yeah. When we had our run-in with that thing.
Your dragon friend recognized the nature of its abilities and used the power of Hydro to protect you. That worked because it was in a satiated state, so it was somewhat less aggressive. It's a different story when it has no more power to feed off of. That's when it's true, but I hadn't counted on there being anyone left on this planet capable of wielding its power. To me, exactly. And I believe that brings our transaction to an end.
No way! We can't leave now!
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power.
But what if that monster... Plus, how are you gonna get home? Is that what... So, sticking with us for the time being doesn't sound so bad, does it?
Fair enough. Then take this. The bag of Mora. Nothing in this world is free. I'll leave the planning to you.
We should take Skirk somewhere she can rest.
He'll know something about Master. I'm sure of it. Next time, I need to be ready. Fine. It'll take time to recover my strength, of course. But adapting to situations... Oh, this. It's a star crystal suit. Abyssal energy is scarce. It stores concentrated abyssal energy that I can draw from on the go. When the energy runs out, it reverts back.
Paimon gets the feeling Skirk wouldn't like being around a lot of people. Oh, wait! Baiju said we could rest in the back room of the pharmacy, didn't he? Let's head there! Huh. This bag from Skirk does she have a job or something? Wait, no. After what we saw at Wamin Restaurant, that seems impossible. Can you imagine? I'll be collecting my paycheck now, boss. Oh, sure thing. Can't hold a job if you make everyone forget about you. So, what did you do to get all this Mora?
Claimed some buried treasure to...
You heard all that?
A sonorous voice like yours is...
Then, did you by chance...
You mean when you called me Frosty the Lavender Melon?
No, sorry. Paimon totally misspoke just now. Okay, fine. The truth is, Paimon didn't like you all that much.
I noticed there was only one bed. Go ahead and...
Wait!
I don't get tired, and I don't need rest. I'm going to practice my sword work. That should help.
But you showed her. Hey, don't just leave. Whatever. Let her tire herself out. She'll go. Let's get some sleep, traveler.
Quiet.
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth?
Keep your gaze fixed. Skirk.
Getting an early night's sleep is the best. Wait, Skirk?
About 60%.
Whoa!
No, not fast enough. That's 20% less than last time. Same training regimen, same intensity. Nothing felt different. But no. I need to meditate for the next 2 days. Deep in...
Ooh, sounds...
Thanks.
Skirk is still meditating, huh? It's been 2 days already. Paimon can't think of anything we can do to help. Be right back.
That's right. This is Skirk's. This isn't your first time here. But what you remember is probably a space covered. I only managed to break free and bring you here because the injury... Call it fate, if you want. Now, before I take you to her, I gotta ask. Skirk sees herself as a trespass. Let's.
You now have what it takes to wield immense power. No one can become a worthy warrior through imitation alone.
You wish me to travel the world beyond.
Indeed. Make new friends. We will still have contact through the abyss. But know this. One day, I will take the life you worked so hard to rebuild. And
why?
I have told you before. Fear is that you have tasted loss. But as living beings, we all have an instinct to yet now, I have bestowed upon you the gift of fear eternal.
That is what Skirk's master, the Foul, sort of course. As a higher being, he could appear as a beast, a human, or even a monster that defies description.
For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me. To do that, I need to follow in his foot.
I'll let you in on a little secret. The scope of his power is We've made it quite a ways already.
I have set your broken wrist. No tears this time.
Can I ask a question, Master? Keep thinking. Maybe it would be better.
I saved you because it has been too long since I fought a battle that demanded my full strength, and so I will teach you everything I know.
But I don't want to draw my sword.
What you want matters little. Among the boundless sea of stars.
Yes, Master.
From that day forward, after some time, her talent blew. It was not that human emotion disappeared from her heart. We're nearly there. I almost don't want to reach the end. These are Skirk's happiest memories. What a simple, carefree time it was. But this is Skirk's homeland. There was so much to discover. It was a spaceship. When it arrived, Skirk's parents, her relatives, no one had any idea of what was. Skirk had skipped school that day. Like so many times before, countless people cried out to her. Their lives were discarded. If Sortology hadn't been there in that moment, the fire would have claimed her life. who you used to be.
You're wrong. Your existence makes me weak. Mom, don't forget. It was a penchant for goodness over reason that...
Even so, learning from the mistakes, strip yourself of your...
The difference is that I allow you to exist. I've shouldered everything you couldn't carry. I rose above the numbness and emptiness, and it was cold.
That is the problem on the grand scale of the... Think back to those nights of gazing at the stars. Those afternoons of exploring the unknown. Think back.
That isn't what we need.
Exactly what we need. Aren't you curious about what...
Finally, you get to the important part. That is the only answer I came here to find.
Then look around. You cast aside your dreams and curiosity. Now, the only thing...
And do you think that means I should seek help from a...
Thank you for saying that. To be honest, I'm not here to argue with you. This isn't about who's right, but what is right at one point in time isn't always right forever. And I know that among the voices that haunt you, all those unfulfilled hopes are like knives to the heart. And I don't want you to hurt any...
Keep thinking. Maybe it would be better if I had died.
Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the face, but...
I'm sick of being a kid.
I remember. There was a song Mom and Dad always sang, Dancing Water. Sand along your path is begging for your... I am not the dancing water, and you are not the burden. I should be thanking you.
Run, Skirk, run! Remember, leave no one alive!
Heed my words, Skirk. Let fear take root in your soul.
Did you survive? Why was it only you?
Skirk, did you become a positive light in this world?
Hey, this doesn't have to be the end. Life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
So, you saw my memories then. I once asked my master if he said no. But in a world without order, those with no moral boundaries that's why an idea that, one day, I would create a new world order. One in which there would never, but that means I must defeat him. Because my yes. And not just because of the gap in our abilities. Although his decision to train me was not made out of kindness, he did everything a master should. I know. And it's not something I want. He's no longer into that. But he sends me messages through the abyss every now and then. Every time I hear from him, my heart skips a beat. And I wonder if this is the moment where he'll finally appear before me and tear down everything I've... Maybe that means I do live in eternal fear, just like he said. Yes, I respect him, but I'm also afraid of him. I don't know what Master has planned, but I have to be ready. Help me?
Honestly, hi Mama's gone for like, you're both okay, but...
What does it look like? Only water from the source can cleanse the rot and filth. I taught you to incorporate the experiences from your journey into how you fight. I suppose...
Okay, so, but whatever. Paimon brought back tons of delicious...
Alright. It's about time we finished what we started.
We're gonna deal with this thief for good, right?
This time, I'm not going to tell you to hold back. But the good news is, we have no...
Chết địch. Chưa hết luôn.
Bring it!
The fog is gone! Wait, isn't that the form the all-devouring narwhal changed into? Really? So...
It's a subconscious instinct. Any intelligent being who longs for it to them. He represents ultimate power. We know...
Okay. Nervalette isn't here this time, so it's up to us.
Bombs away!
Haven't forgotten your training, I hope. Haven't had enough of my power. Well then, let's see how much more of this power you can handle. Well, have you come?
You saw that my body was at its limit. So, such power.
Skirk.
How long has it been? How long has he been away?
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds? Sorry. It's a lot to take in. I should introduce myself. This is the first time I've heard your name, Skirk. But...
100?
Sounds like you and Master have...
Of course. Might as well. I was born into a noble family in Conria. I trained the sword harder than anyone else. Over time, my heart hardened. We were similar in age, but different in background. Yet, he always wore a smile. I still remember what he said to me.
That does sound like some...
He was the first to acknowledge that I was worth something. When I was 10, he stole forbidden research materials and managed to cure my... But somewhere along the way, after his grand endeavor was successful, he sought me out.
This planet no longer holds anything of interest to me, so I'm leaving. But first, I have an offer. I can use a power. Your death was once what we worked so hard to prevent.
I'll pass. Immortality doesn't sound so bad to me. Since I can't die, it means I have an infinite amount of time.
Are you sure? I cannot say when I will return. Wise indeed. Nevertheless, if you grow weary of the pain of immortality... Nor I. But Vedifenir said I was destined to find a disciple out there in the universe, and bring her to Tibet. You know as well as I, Vedifenir's prophecies are never wrong. All Vedifenir said was that one day, the star...
Sounds...
Of course. Only the most outstanding people would have the right to become my disciple. I'll be leaving then. Oh, and if you are serious about getting stronger, I left you a little gift in the Primordial Sea.
Waiting for me in the Primordial Sea was the all-devouring narwhal, already beaten into submission.
Your heart?
Because Of course,
So, you use even with that whale's ability, devouring power like that is not something but that is not the path to strength. You have to pour your heart.
You're right. I should have known better, but I miss your master. I miss the...
After the...
Sertologi's disciple. I know what he's like. He rules with an iron fist, using despair and fear to force. We're like mountain climbers in the...
True. But I made up my mind long ago. Besides, after hearing your story, since you're his friend, you must... First time we came here, when you stabbed me through the fog and stole my power, but when you had to devote all your strength fighting me it was the joy of a researcher discovering the truth of the world.
Interesting. You're right.
Exactly. One where his opponent forces him to use all his strength. After which, for that very reason, good and evil are meaningless.
Perhaps you're right. What a battle.
Are you okay?
Too many different kinds of power are surging through my body. I won't be able to hold on to... Sertologi once offered to free me from this...
I can, but no, it's not a suitable punishment for your crime. As an alternative, the impurities will dissipate, and under the curse of immortality, but it will be a time-consuming and...
I accept. If we are climbers in the dark...
I will reach the top of this mountain, and you, Skofnunger.
That's finally over. Let's get out of here. Huh. At least we don't have to make a mad dash for the... We did it! Once again, we've proved there... Wow! Today sure went by fast. It's night already. Oh, wait.
Yes. The power Skofnunger stole.
Great! Huh. It's crazy that you would...
I suppose it's because the false stars... Heck, it's not real. And yet, it is for that very reason that I can... Even the most beautiful of bubbles has to burst. Time marches ever forward. Though we gaze upon a false sky, its vastness...
This is all... Ever since we met, he has filled Paimon's... If it's too big a job for one person, we've met so many...
I suppose when it comes... Well, I should be going. Now that my power is no longer isolated from my emotion, I suppose fate will decide. Regardless, reunions and partings are but passing moments. One without war, pain. For this, we must all work to become stronger. Goodbye, traveler. Remember your...
Bye! Is it just Paimon? Or is she being nice? Hey! What do you think about camping here tonight? There's nothing quite like sleeping under the stars. Come tomorrow?
Bye, Dad.